Hey everybody, and welcome back. So I did venture out and go to the bank. I know in the last one I said I might not, but I did go and get my check cash and got all the cash out that we needed. So in this video we're going to do our paycheck breakdown for the third week of March. So we're going to do that first so we know where all of our money is going to go. So we're going to slide this over and let's see, we're going to use about orange. We're going to use orange. So our first income is my husband's income. All right. So this week he made $843.90. My paycheck from the office was $123. And this other here is what we had left over from our tax money that we needed to find somewhere to put it. So I decided to go ahead and add it with this pay period because with everything going on, we were going to put it towards savings. So we're going to add it in so we can add it to our savings. All right, so this gives us a total of $1,124.90 for the third week of March. So now we're going to go down and fill in our numbers here for each of our bills and expenses. As most of y'all probably know, we do pull out bills and expenses in cash, and then when it's time for those bills and expenses to be paid, we will go deposit that money back into the account. So first three ones that we have here are the Mazda, the rent, and groceries. And all three of those we put $150 into each week right now. And as I said in a previous video, we are working on paying off our car first. Me and my husband sat down and talked about it. It is the only bill that we have, or only debt that we have, that is like a really high payment, a really high interest rate. And once we get that one paid off, we would have an extra $600 to start throwing towards our next highest interest rate debt, which would be my student loans, and have that paid off pretty quickly. And then all of our smaller bills will be paid off in a matter of a few weeks, maybe even a month, I don't know, a few months. So that is why we are working towards paying off our car. And y'all will see in our next debt update video that we put a lot of our tax money towards that. So I'm really excited for March's debt video. So y'all stay tuned for that one. It should be coming out next week. So just stay tuned for that. There's going to be several videos posted. Alright, so our next category is gas, and we're putting $50 in gas. Y'all, our gas is down to $158. It is so low and it's so amazing. It filled up for $15 the other day. I was like, wow. So we have spending. I am adding $60 into spending. And this is spending for me and my husband. Whatever we end with at the end of the month after next week's pay period, we'll split that in half, and he'll have that half and I'll have the other half. For Allstate, we need $55. For our phone bill, we need $35. For miscellaneous, we are going to be putting $30. For diapers, we are putting $20. The water bill, we are adding $20. For my student loans, we are adding $15. And charter gets $15. Pest control, we are putting in $10. So we are not putting, oh no, we are going to put only $89 towards the snowball. Our sinking funds has our general savings in it right now, and that's where we're going to write this at, is $200 into general savings, which is with my sinking funds right now. When it gets built up a little more, I'll deposit it into our account, but right now it's just going to sit here. And then the power gets 75. All right, so I want to add, oh, maybe I'll sell all that. Okay, y'all did. All right, so we're going to go in and add all these up and make sure our numbers are correct before we move into stuffing them. So we have, let me slide this over here so it's not a glare today. We got 150, 150. All right, so our total is 1,124. So that is correct. So 1,124. All right, so that matches up with up here. So we're going to move the calculator to the side. We're going to move our book to the side, and we're going to lay out all of our money. And I'm not even sure if I have all the dimensions that we need, but we're going to work with what we got. And I'm probably going to need to zoom out just a bit. So we've got that. 20s. And these are some really fresh 10s that came from the ATM. Y'all, who else feels like they have been through over 2 bottles of hand sanitizer, soaps, and stuff with all this going on in the world? Like, it is crazy. All right, let's see. All right, so there's all of our bills laid out. Now we're going to grab our envelopes, and we're going to go ahead and get started stuffing them. I do have them in order. And I do have the shops that I use for my envelopes listed down below if y'all want to check out their shops and see if you like anything. So first up is the Mazda. We get 150. All right. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 50. Almost got everything we need for the car payment. Next up is rent. Rent gets 150. So here we go. All of these should have the same amount in them as of right now. So let's check and make sure. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 1, 2, 3, 54, 50. Good. Next up is groceries, and groceries we add 150. All right, so 150. Alrighty. So we now have 1, 2, 53, 50, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. So 450. All right, next up is gas, and gas gets 50. So actually here. That way we have that. There we go. That's groceries. Sorry about that. All right, so next up is gas, and gas gets $50. So we should have 150 now. So we have 51, 20, 40, 50. So that's 150. We are right on track with our gas. Next up is spending, and we are putting in $60 for spending. So 20, 40, 60. Let's see where we're at. All right, so we should have 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 50. All right, so 150 for spending. All right, next up is car insurance, and car insurance gets 55. Let's see. We'll do 20, 40, 50, and 5. Let's see what we got. All right. I have 50, 70, 90, 110, 130, 150, 60, and 5. So 165 towards insurance. Next up is our phone bill, and we are putting 35 into that. So 20, 30, and 5. All right, so we have 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, $105. All right, for miscellaneous, we are putting in 30. All right, so let's see what we have. We have 5, 10, 15. All right, so let's see what we have. We have 20, 40, 60, 70, and 5. All right, next up is diapers, and diapers gets 20. We still have 2 little ones in diapers. So we have 20, 40, and 60. All right, so we need water, and water is going to get 20 more. And we have 40 in there, so that gives us 60. Next up is student loans, and student loan gets 15, 10, and 15. So that is 10, 20, 30, 35, and 40. Oh, 45. Forgot a 5 in there. All right. Next up is charter, and charter also is 15. So 15. For charter, we have 10, 20, 30, 40, 45. All right, for pest control, we need to add $10. All right, and that gives us 10, 20, 25, and $30 for pest. Power gets 75. Let's see. You know what? I'll just do this. So 75 for the power. Sure. So we have 50, 70, 90, 110, 130, 150, 170, 190, 210, 220, 225. So 225 for the power. All right, so for our debt snowball, which is this one here, we're putting $89. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's make sure this is 89. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89. All right. So $89, and we have a pretty good amount already in here. So let's combine it and see what our total is going to end up being. So we have 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 65, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78. So $178 to go on top of our car payment, or for our debt. It's going all towards the principal. So that one is filled. Now I'm gonna pull out my sinking funds envelopes, and we are going to put what's left here into our savings, which is way back here. So savings back here, we're going to add, this should be 200, so we're going to count and make sure. There's our envelope. So we have 1, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80. So we're off by $20, and I'm not sure why. So I'll probably have to go back in and recount, make sure all the other envelopes are right. But we're putting in 180, which is still fine because it's somewhere in here. But that is going into this. So this savings here is more of a general savings for me and my husband to pull out of instead of our emergency savings, so we can build that one up more. But at the end of each month, if we ain't used anything out of this savings, I will deposit it to start building our emergency savings for a 3 to 6 month period. Actually, we'll fill it for a 3-month period because we're already at a full month's worth on where we wanted to be. So next goal is setting aside enough money for 3 months. My goal is to eventually have enough set aside for a 6-month period. If anything were to ever happen, we would have 6 months, no problems, and have the money accessible for us. So that is all we are stuffing in these envelopes today. And if things change with the coronavirus, this just might shift a little, but for right now, this is how we are stuffing our envelopes. I am not sure if I will have a video posted for next week's because there's been word that we might get on lockdown, but who knows what's going on. Things change every single day with this. And if we are, I will try to post up videos for starting for May or April. So I will make sure I try to get something posted for y'all. Keep y'all entertained while we're stuck at home. And I hope that y'all like and subscribe to my channel. And I will catch y'all in the next one. Bye bye now.